the Ad Hoc Committee is still grappling with finalising its draft report. One of the key issues under debate is whether Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, who is currently on special leave, acted independently or under external influence when he ordered the disbandment of the Political Killings Task Team. The committee is investigating concerns of national security following allegations of political interference, corruption and criminal infiltration in the SAPS. The committee's deadline to table its report before the National Assembly is the 11th of next month. Let's pick up the story with SABC News senior parliamentary reporter Bulelani Phillip, who's been tracking it all for us. Bulelani, draft number 4, more than 700 pages, nearly 800 pages, many sittings later and many sticking points later. Where do we land this afternoon as far as drafting the report of the committee is concerned?
Good evening, Tulas, and to the viewers at home. Of course, it's 789 pages to be precise, and by the end of today's meeting, the committee had only gone through 440 pages. So there's still quite a long way to go before the committee can have perhaps maybe the final draft report. Of course, once they have done that, that draft report will be sent to third parties as well as affected people for them to comment before a final draft report is concluded and before it is tabled in the National Assembly by the 11th of September. Quite a painful process to go through, Tulas, from the media benches, because they're going through every line, ticking all the right boxes, making sure that the correct spelling, particular phrasing of sentences. So it's quite a painful thing, but quite a necessary process to ensure that this report can stand the test of time so that it does not get taken on legal review. Of course, today, some of the key issues that have come out is around this decision that was taken by Senzo Mchunu, the police minister who's on special leave, on the eve of New Year's Day in December 2024. The directive to disband the Political Killings Task Team. There is consensus amongst the political parties that there has been no evidence that has been presented before the committee that Minister Mchunu made that directive with a sinister motive. However, ANC MP Kusela Diko did concede that the reasoning that was advanced by Minister Mchunu around how and why he took that decision appears to be irrational as well as unreasonable. So that's one of the observations that has been made by the committee. But on the other hand, other political parties like the MK Party, the DA and the EFF also acknowledged that there is no evidence that was presented before the committee that suggests any sinister motive. But they do say that there must be an observation that is put in the report to say that there is suspicion that there was a sinister motive. Particularly, they are putting that caveat in place because in case that the Madlanga commission finds differently to the committee. The second one key issue to us that has also come out here is that while the committee has not concluded any guilty or criminality against the suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibia, however, the committee is of the view that it must recommend a criminal investigation against him. Other two key witnesses that have been flagged by the committee is that National Coloured Congress leader Fadil Adams, as well as police activist Patricia Mashale. The committee is also of the view that they must be investigated for allegedly being in possession of secret intelligence information. And on the part of Fadil Adams, the committee wants to go as far as asking Parliament to actually check its security systems and cameras to check whether the documents that he claims were put under his office door that incident did actually happen. So those are some of the highlights coming out of the Ad Hoc Committee this afternoon. Tulas.
Nicely summed up. Thank you for that. Bulelani Phillip reporting there for us from Parliament. So it does sound like a painstaking process, but with a fair amount of progress being made as far as the issues that Bulelani has outlined this evening.